See. Let's see if I can stay on beat. Let's see if I can stay on beat. So what you're wearing is what you'll be showing. I know a lot of people, they don't know which direction they're going. Like the river, it just flows. This is Young C on the freestyle. Now let it go. Now can I really just make it so nice? Make it at the peace and make it just right. Make it right with God. Just know a lot of people, they don't understand how it's really just a lifestyle. You really need to really just let the sin go now. But that does that mean you really need to really hit your knees? Better yet you do. I just know sometimes we gotta pay our dues. Consequences for our actions. What just happened and what just really escaped? I know this beat is really something that, yeah, I might be late. No, never that, I'm never early, I'm on time. That's God telling you in your brain, in your heart, in your spirit on wine. I know a lot of people don't understand. Everything's gonna just cry. You're crying out to the Lord, crying out to the Lord, or you're going down the wrong road. I just know a lot of people wanna drink. A lot of people got the cell phone and then they can't even think. Yeah, they're stuck on it. Me too. Yes, you know, yeah, I hit it like the golf ball too. Like Tiger Woods taking a break. Taking a break. I know a lot of people, man, they show up late, but I'm really gonna be on time. Gonna be on time. Pull it up, and just take the numbness. Then I get the call from a girl, and she just like, oh yeah, it's over. I just know sometimes, yes, I wanted to numb the pain. I just telling you right now, it's insane. Cause you just keep on doing the same damn thing, and then you think you're gonna get something different. I just know a lot of people, man, they know, yes, you know what I mean. The world can be mean. I've been knocked down, I've been spit on. I'm telling you right now, and I know exactly what is going through your mind. You're like Casper. Casper's a little crazy right now. No, I'm just being real. Better yet, I'm being honest, and I'm trying to keep it ill. And I know I'm really sick. Just like you, yes, I need to make it hit on point of discussion. I just know a lot of people, they always be running. Alright, coming to you live from Altamont Springs, Florida. This is Young Casper representing RFM Radio, the Young Casper Show. Thank you for joining. We have had a great week so far. I don't know about you. Hopefully you have. And it has been giving you many blessings. I have definitely been enjoying the weather. For anyone that works outside, it is definitely more pleasant than this summer and what it has given us. I'm glad to have a break from the Florida heat. Amen to that. So today's episode will not be completely too long. I have had a pretty good day. I did go and watch the Magic lose last night. Yes, I did say I watched them lose. But you know what? I still had a great time. And afterwards, Chiller's Latitude had an amazing time. Honestly, and that's why I've actually titled this Rejection and Attention / Attention. So, and we're going to talk a little bit about love as well, which is in the mix of everything. But going to this bar / club kind of thing after, kind of to numb the soreness of, soreness of work as well, but the grief of losing. Being at the game opener, Miami came in and definitely, played well. But anyways, besides the game, back to the point. Going into a place where there are beautiful women dancing, drinking, having a good time. What I did, being the man I am, I'm very observant of what's around me. There was a kind of like balcony kind of thing to it, and then they had their downstairs with the bar and then the DJ and everything. But this beautiful girl, my goodness, and this is where rejection comes in. I was definitely a girl on the dance floor, definitely got my eye, and she was a blonde, had a dress on, looking very beautiful, and I knew that if I didn't go and try to introduce myself or try to ask for a dance or anything, I would have felt like, well, I don't know what I would have felt like. But anyways, I just didn't want to give up the opportunity of getting close to this girl and maybe dancing. So I walked over and I asked her politely, I said, hey, do you mind if I have a dance with you? And, it turned out one of her girlfriends, you know, looked at me and just kind of shook her head. And then I, was kind of talking to them. And basically she gave me the cold shoulder. And, and you know what? It's okay. And I still sit here and say that I had a good time. You know why? Because even though that rejection was very, very painful, I sat there for a minute after as well, going back to where I was sitting at the top. And I just continued to look down, not necessarily just at her, but I would glance over at her a few times after that, and we locked eyes for just about maybe 2 seconds. And, I kind of just smiled, and, she went, on with her night, and so did I, and we went to the rooftop after that, and that's where we spent the majority of our time after that. And there were other occasions, too, where, when we got to the rooftop, there was these two girls, two Hispanic women, which are my weakness. If anybody knows me well, they know that Hispanics are my weakness. But anyways, getting back to the point, again, they were very beautiful, and we were sitting next to them, kind of just brought up the discussion. They found out that they were from Miami, and, they were rooting on the Miami Heat, and, they were just up here for a little bit. And one of them was really beautiful. I mean, oh my goodness. I can't, that's all I could do. I have no words besides what I just said for that. But, nice brown hair, like light brown, with the highlights, nice little dress. But it wasn't like it was like almost like a, kind of like past the knee dress. And a blouse. And she was just looking very, very attractive. And I just couldn't. I was just like, we just started talking about the game, and then we talked about how, I was just being silly, because that's me. I'm going to be me regardless of the situation. Some people are going to hate it, some people are going to love it. At the end of the day, I'm going to be me. And me being the funny guy, I was able to get them both to smile and laugh. And I gave them that opportunity by just being silly and being me. And I brought up the Instagram comment, because she was saying that I said, what are you guys doing on your phones? I mean, come on. I was saying it to like everybody there, really. It was kind of funny. Like, what are we doing with our phones? Why can't we just put our phones down for 5 minutes and talk to the person next to us? And they were just laughing. They're like, yeah, you got a good point. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing on our phones? I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what you're doing. And she was like, oh, I'm on Snapchat. I was like, everybody's on that Snapchat. You get distracted from what's in front of you. You could fall into a hole and you don't even know it. Done. But anyways, she's like, no, I'm going to, I'm going to pass. And I was like, that's okay, girl. That's okay. I've already been rejected 1 or 2 times tonight. So, I can add you to the list. There's no problem. That's no problem. And I was like, hold on. There is no list. Because I don't let it linger on me too long. I will not let this world or anyone in particular shape me. I will continue to love with a broken heart. It's been broken. Thank God that He is, in His time, has put me back together. But I was like, high five, basically. I was like, you have a great night, Another girl rejected me. And it hurts. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm Mr. Superman, and it doesn't affect me. But the best part, and this is why I've also titled this Attention, is the night's not over. As we were leaving, I don't know exactly which particular song the DJ was doing a lot of remixes, and it was just really, he knew what he was doing. And on the rooftop, I don't know what really overcame me. Maybe just being rejected. I wanted some attention. It's exactly what I really wanted. I wanted attention, and I was going to find a way to get it. And I started dancing. Started being very clever with my dances, making like little scenes, not necessarily scenes, but making, just very creative things. Like I had this imaginary shovel in my hand, and I was like on the ground at one point, just like, with one knee down. And I was like pretending like I was digging, going with the beat. And I pretended like I picked up some treasure, some gold. And then I would jump up and start dancing. I got a couple of videos that are going to be on the upcoming. They'll be surfacing soon, probably tomorrow or Saturday. But the attention that I got overcame the pain of being rejected that whole night. I even had one girl come up to me and dance with me, which I will definitely have that uploaded just for my own sake. Because, you need to know that everyone gets rejected. Maybe not as much as others, but the one thing you need to understand is that you can't give up. And I believe that there's a lot of people in this world that have been beaten down by either, the opposite sex breaking them down in rejection. We all go through it. And I believe that some people need to understand that you shouldn't let it change you. It shouldn't let you change your perspective on what you still want and desire in your heart. And if you want that love that is forever, you got to keep going out there and looking for it, because there's someone out there that is looking for it as well. It's just you both have to be at the right place at the right time, or cross each other's paths at the right time. And what I mean by that is that sometimes we meet people, or we meet someone that we think that we could have a relationship with, but they are already in a relationship, so it doesn't necessarily work. Sometimes I believe that, we as human beings tend to mess up our opportunity in love. Something that is a blessing can be also a curse by our being or by our doings, and that's by messing it up and cheating or doing this and that. There's so many, aspects to the conclusions of what could, break us down. And the attention that I got, getting back to the story, it was just amazing. I had people telling me, "Wow, you're a great dancer." I had a crowd of people, a good 50 people at least, if not more, watching me dance. And this dancing went on for at least 30 or 40 minutes. Well, maybe not that long, but I think at least 30 minutes. You can imagine the calories that I burned in that time frame. All that moving, all that dancing. It was really amazing to be able to have the ability to do that. Because at that particular point before I started dancing, it was a little dull. I mean, they had the music going, people were drinking, people were kind of laughing, this and that. But there was no real excitement. There was no spark. I set that spark once I started dancing and once I left, because like I've stated, we were on our way out. I almost was having too much rejection, and I just wanted to just go home at that point. I already had the magic lose. I already felt weird before the magic game a little bit, with the just being in the environment where I was, by just the energy. When you're in a place and you just don't feel right. That was in the beginning once I got there. Then when we got to the game, it started getting better and better and better, and I just knew exactly where we were going to go after the game, so that was building up as well. So for me to be on the way out, give the ability to really liven up